Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Man, we got a nice one. I'm really excited about this knife right here. This Ryder Highland knife. Let me show you this thing. This knife has got a lot going on, and really like it. If you'd like to hear more about this knife and why it has so much going on, go ahead and check out the video. All right, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi to all my viewers. Happy New Year. I wish you all great fortune. I hope the wind is at your back. All your dreams are fulfilled. It's a new year. We can start over. And that's the great thing about New Year's, right? So, this knife, um, I was first attracted to this knife because of the scales, some nice looking micarta there, but it's also a big knife and it's equal end. And so I like equal end knives. They're easy to pocket, they're easy to hold. Nothing fancy going on here, but you can see it just fits really well in your hand. It's a good design. These things are slightly bow out in the center and then narrow to the sides. Really nice knife design, but there's also a lot going on in this knife. So I don't even know whether I can show it to you. So let's just look at this knife. All right, before we get into this knife, I've got a live show coming up next Wednesday. That is January 8th at 5:30, and I'm gonna have Perfect Blade on. He's a content provider that does mainly sharpening of knives. Does it for a living, so it's gonna be a really interesting show, and yeah, I hope you all drop in for that. Haven't done a live show in a while, but we're gonna put something together there interesting for you, and I hope you check that out. So what you have here is a 4.25 inch jackknife, equal end jackknife. And so let's look. My Randy slip here, rest in peace, brother. Here is the knife compared to a standard trapper. So you can see it's a pretty hefty knife. Really good, for EDC purposes. If you're a carpenter, great carpenter's knife. And you get the two blades that you need and only need, instead of three blades like on a Stockman. You don't see very many of these equal end knives, large equal end knives, and they're really nice EDC knives. Sorry, my cat was trying to get a bug and he's gonna mess this video up in a minute. So what you got here is beautiful micarta scales. This is a good knife too, by the way. There were a couple small issues. I'll explain that to you. But beautiful micarta scales. And then you've got these red G10 liners. Look at that. Nice. And the liners on this are copper. So that, I'm a big copper freak, but I just think that's a lot going on. That's got some good action there. Look at that. Those are copper liners and dividers. That's crazy. I don't know whether you can tell on the back. It looks brass in the back, but they are copper. Crazy. and your nickel silver pins and bolsters and shield. There's your, come on, snap in. There's your Rough Rider shield, a nice little federal shield set in perfectly. Look at that. Into the knife. Haven't cleaned this knife up yet, so, oh boy. Let's just pull out this little blade right here. So there's your nice looking pen blade there. I like them small like this, narrow rather. This isn't really small. It's over 2 inches, but it is narrow. You got a nice swedge there with your matchstick. Easy to open. Let's see if I can push her. Yeah, nice walk and talk. Really nice transition there. Really no gapping in this. There is a couple little hints of light that come through. There's a nice snappy walk and talk. This is a little bit more than a 5. Opening this knife. Here's your click. Doesn't seem especially snappy locking up, but it locks up well. And you can't see this thing because of my props. Sorry about that. See how snappy that is going in? Really nice. Good alignment on your blades. A little choppy up here in the top square. A lot of Rough Riders are pretty clear there. But the browns look really good on this. I mean, it just looks well made. There's your centering. And yeah, pretty cool knife. A lot going on. A lot going on with this knife. So the problems with this knife, when I got it, this G10 was kind of muted. Now, if that's what you're going for, that's not really a bad thing. And even if it's not what you're going for, it's really not a bad thing. But to me, and by muted, I mean it was kind of hazy, like it wasn't finished properly, right? It just wasn't, didn't have a high, nice polish to it. Pardon me. And all I did is I took it took a little quad-aught steel wool at first and smoothed it out, which didn't do a whole lot. So I just put it on a medium grit on my grinder, not my grinder, my polisher. And, that just cleaned it up really nice on the medium grit you could see there. So that was one problem. What was the other problem? Oh, yeah. Okay. So these pinch grooves right there, when you look up inside there, it looks nice. And when I got this knife, they were rough. So it was like they hadn't taken the time to finish off where they pinched the bolster. And so it was a little rough. Again, all I did is take some quad-aught steel wool, smooth it out a little, and I polished it. And it looks fine now. So, yeah. Okay. Initially, when you looked in there, it was just like rough cut metal. But just a little bit of steel wool and then the polish, did the trick. So yeah, I've never heard of this. Never, I guess I never noticed it. That's the way to put it. I never noticed this little Highland series Rough Rider. There's a bunch of other models, not a whole lot. Smoky Mountain Knife Works, I think, listed maybe 6, 7 models. All of them appear to be larger knives, that look like work knives. And so maybe that's what they're shooting for is work knives. I don't know, but I really like it. I really appreciate a good equal end knife that's has a sturdy blade that you could use for EDC. Out camping, on the job, this would just be a terrific little knife right here. So yeah, I'm glad to get that. I hope to see you guys in the live show next week. If you caught my video, what I do the video on, I just did kind of an unboxing video, and I showed all of these Rough Ryder knives. I'm going to be taking these knives and customizing them. And this is your Smooth Bone series Rough Riders. These are really, really inexpensive. This is Sunfish, and what was it? The Sunfish was $16. Model 127, $13. 12. It just keeps going down. $8. And yeah, so I'm gonna take these and rejig them, do some things with them, customize them. I'm gonna try my hand at working bolsters. May even take these apart and work the backs on them. So this is these were all in amazingly good shape too, by the way. You see some stepping right here, but really what's going on there is I want you to notice when I open this blade up, the stepping's gone, so it's completely smooth. So the reason you have stepping when this closes like that and the other blade is not is the pin. And so they, instead of putting the pin straight through, it's at a slight angle. So the pin on this side's a little lower than where it came through on this side. And that's why this one side is straight and the other side's a little lower. It's just a pin issue. Otherwise, you look here, smooth all the way across and all the way down. Really nice right there. So yeah, this is a mini trapper. One of the things I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do the pen blade. I'm going to make a pen blade out of this. I don't really like having two big blades on a knife. And you know, I might do it on my case too. You know, I might. These are a little more expensive, so I don't know. But definitely going to do that on this one. I'm going to cut this spade blade down to a nice pin blade. So you guys will enjoy watching that. And we'll, you know, do some kind of jigging, dye it. Some of these I'm going to do fancy bolsters on it. Not sure which ones I'm going to do it on yet. And probably one of them, at least one of them, I'm going to take apart and work the back on it, which I've never done before. So, you know, it's probably not going to be stellar, but it'll be fun. It'll be interesting. I don't think it's really hard to do. It is if you do it like the Sheffield cutlers do it and the custom guys do, because they're doing it with files and intricate designs. So I'm going to do something a little more basic first, and then I'll move up from there. But yeah, a lot of cool things going on. And then once I get these things worked up, I'm going to give them away. That's right. All of these I'm going to give away. And we'll get them looking really cool first. And then that's what I'm going to do. And got this in the other day. Not the pouch, but this nice case. It's a Moose 75 pattern. I haven't cleaned it up, so I'm going to do a little bit of work on this, and then I'll do a review on this knife here. It's a 1976, I believe. Pretty cool. So yeah, got a lot of things going on. really appreciate y'all checking in. I imagine most of you have the day off, so hope you have a lot of fun. Hey, why don't you go to an antique store and check out some knives, or a pawn shop?